have just put the nose of my canoe out here on Lake One in the Boundary Waters. I'm gonna head southwest and spend a couple days on the Kawashiwi River. I've done 9 deep wilderness adventures via canoe, so very fitting that now on the 10th, this is my first ever solo trip. I'm not completely alone though, I do have a companion. Say hello to my fearsome canine. Hey there, Oscar. What do you say, should we get moving? I think we should. We are at the first portage of the trip, and you can see it was a tricky landing. Very rocky, but we kind of wiggled in, and I've unloaded Oscar, got his vest off, and he's happy about that. He's ready to do some more exploring, so I'm gonna lift the packs out and get the yoke on. We will take the main pack, a few miscellaneous things, drop those, and then we'll come back for the small pack and the canoe. Well, I thought that we would be paddling this little wiggle into the Kawashiwi, but it looks like we're going to be portaging. Looks like this, very shallow. So we're out of the canoe and we're ready to walk. Well, after some skipping and hopping, we are on the Kawashiwi River. And it's beautiful. Well, I've got a bit more paddling in me today, but I don't know if my Bow Wow paddler has the same stamina. There should be a campsite up ahead, so we'll see how it looks. Oh yeah, this will do just fine. Love the view of the river. Nice steps up here into camp. And Ox has been a trooper, so we're gonna take some time and make a really nice camp for tonight. We are just taking a minute to hydrate. I have a little bit of water left, so in a minute I will have to go out and fill the water bladder and get that filtrating. So that's why I left the canoe down by the water. When I'm done with that, I don't think I'll go out for any paddling tonight. I'm gonna bring the canoe up and tie it off. And until then though, I'm going to set up the tent and just do a little critter hang. I don't think I'm gonna pitch a tarp or anything tonight, and we're on a serious fire ban for obvious reasons. So even though there's a glorious fire ring here, I will not be setting it ablaze. It is nearly 7 o'clock. So I am making my dinner for the night. Tuna mac. I actually cooked this dinner quite a while back. We freeze dry food, so we can eat well on these adventures. Delicious, nutritious tuna mac. Oh yeah. Good morning. It is day 2 on the Kawashiwi, and it's just a gorgeous day already. It's a great little beaver dam I'm checking out right now. I have a slight breeze at my back, so I'm very happy with the trim of my canoe. Yesterday I had trouble keeping it straight on the one side, so I shuffled some things around in my packs, put more weight in the back, and shifted as far back as I could. I don't have that much flexibility with trimming in the Vagabond when I'm carrying 2 packs and Oscar. But today it's really going smooth. We have 2 portages ahead after this little stint of the river here, and we continue southwest. I might do as much as 6 or 7 miles today. It just depends how hot we get in the boat. And right now I'm pretty toasty already. We are at our first portage of the day. We're going to be going around this, which I'm sure is very, very beautiful, but not something I can paddle. So we have a short portage into a little pool, and then another super short portage, which I'm sure is hopping another spillway, and we will continue on. How you doing? That was no garden walk. Whew, about 40 rods. It was a little longer than I expected, and tough. So we're gonna take a little minute here. We just have to hop across this little section, and then there's another 10 rod portage, and then we're paddling the rest of the day. Well, I'm thinking this is going to be home tonight, and it looks awesome. Looks like we've got some neighbors for the evening. I don't mind at all. Howdy ho, neighbors. Nice little beach landing here. For me, that's a 10 out of 10. I always hope for a beach landing. And I'm just really ready to explore this site. What do you say? You ready? Don't go far. Good. I don't know that I could have dreamed up a better site. This is just marvelous. I've just served lunch, and he would rather lick rocks. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue-corned moon. Or whether we are white or copper skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all those colors. Well, after 2 gorgeous days, we do have some weather rolling in. The temp has dropped just a bit, and the wind has definitely kicked up. Even though it's not raining now, it doesn't mean it won't start during the night. So I'm getting a tarp up. For securing the paracord to my tarp, I use the clove hitch. That's a great knot to know. I also put a little sticky on the end of my tarp so that it can't slip. Like that. Secure to the tree, I'm going to use the taut line hitch. That's 3 to the tree, 1 to me. Okay. Decent tarp. It will keep the rain off me. Now that that's done, I'm going to just button this camp up a little bit more. Eric would say I'm having a yard sale. Venison, beans, and rice. What else do you need? I was just about to brush my teeth and sump my dishes, and I saw something that was not natural. And on closer inspection, it's a great little knife. An awesome little knife. Sometimes you find gear out here. Sometimes you lose gear out here. What we say is the boundary waters giveth. The boundary waters taketh away. And this time, it giveth. Give that bear hang a 10 out of 10. Morning, Oscar. Hey, boy. It is Saturday, and it's our last full day here. I'm noodling on the map and just trying to decide where I want to head to today. I'm trying to stash myself at a good campsite for more of an easy out on Sunday. How you doing, little one? It is raining decently on us. We've been paddling a little while and we just pulled off at a campsite that was empty just to have a little break. Poor Oscar is just laying in a puddle in the canoe. Not much I can do about it. I'm just giving him a little rest. So we're gonna have a little drink and get back on the water. So we've had a wild day. That campsite I had planned on staying at was taken. So we ended up doing some extra portaging today, and I thought I'd head into Lake One. And as we got into Lake One, the most intense, heavy rain I've ever paddled in, and all you can do is go onward. And every campsite we were coming to was taken in that first slough. There's some islands there, and it was very, very beautiful, but the canoe was filling with water rapidly, and Oscar's whining was getting more intense. He was shivering, and I kept breaking my promise because I would say, just around the bend, like, then we'll be there, then we'll be there. And we would come around the bend, and the campsite was taken, and taken. So the last option in the direction we wanted to travel, like, even if there's people here, I have to pull up and at least like empty the canoe and start again. And there was a really nice family there that was so accommodating and let me impose for a bit and just sit under a tarp and give Oscar a break from that and dump the canoe out. And then it eventually lit and we got back on the water. I decided to head in the opposite direction, and now I'm on the other end of Lake One, and I'm soaked to the bone. And I'm gonna get our vests hung up, my rain gear hung up. I have to change into all new clothes, and I've got some Gold Bond powder for my hands and my feet just to dry out as much as possible. I'm gonna really let things dry as much as they can before I make camp. So I'm gonna get on that. Someone's pretty tuckered out from today. I'm just gonna let him sleep while I get a tarp hung over the tent. Trying to get my clothes dried out. I pulled the canoe up and processed my water, and dinner's on the stove. Oh my gosh. I was so hungry and so ready for this spicy, hearty chili. I saved this for the last night because I knew it would be colder on the tail end of the trip, and I was right. This is hitting so good. I'm terribly hungry because of the grueling day, but also because I decided to skip breakfast. I didn't want to mess with the stove. I wasn't feeling so hungry. I just had a little bit of trail mix. And then I didn't eat lunch because we were in the pouring rain and traveling. So, Dark is setting in, and so is that sad feeling of the trip coming to an end. It's always so hard to leave this place. It's just so free out here. There's nothing quite like it. But that's not right now, that's tomorrow. I'm hoping for just a lovely last evening in the tent. I'm sure there's rain coming in, but safely under the tarp, the pitter-patter of rain will be a great lullaby. In a bit, I will take my things from the line and just square it all away and probably put my headlamp on and stay out here until I'm just too tired. Right, Axe? Good morning. Another rainy morning, which we expected. And it's just been wonderful. I feel really thankful that I had this little trip with my little man. He did so great. I saved my last zucchini muffin for breakfast this morning. Someone thinks he's getting it. Well, we've broken camp, and the last thing to do is bring the canoe down. Just taking a moment, taking it in. It's time to paddle out. You ready? Way. Oh, that's the front there. Whoops. That's all right. Hey, teacher. I will sail my vessel wherever I may strike, like a bird upon the wing. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. I will sail my vessel wherever I may strike. Northeast of the site island. Yes, indeed. That's not going anywhere. Solo trip number 1 was a success, and it's complete. I'm heading home. I don't know if I have looked forward to getting home more or this coffee in Two Harbors. It's close. But after a stint in the wilderness, a hot drink is everything. So I'm going to continue on. I have 4 more hours on the drive.